What is up, guys? Welcome to Denny's. Today, I wanted to show off some of the keybinds that might help you guys out and quite a bit. I think that this game comes with some good keybinds. You don't have to change anything, you can do fine, but I think changing the keybinds is a big way to enjoy the game and kind of increase the fun factor, especially if you're coming from other action RPGs and you're used to the way, other movement works and stuff. So I'm going to go over a few options in the gameplay options, and then I will go over the keybinds and kind of my reason as to why I chose them. So right off the bat, I'm going to recommend you uncheck move to melee attack enemies that are out of range, because what it'll do is it'll basically make it so if you left click or if you're right clicking, like if it's a melee ability, it'll actually just keep walking to that person to try to melee them. Whereas like if there's a person in between you and that enemy and you right click, no matter what, you'll always melee without moving. So yeah, really nice feature there. Basically, I recommend to uncheck that. It's kind of like the stay still from the Diablo franchise, but you don't have to press shift or anything. I like to display damage numbers, display health bars, and then obviously I like to display all the health bars. Really optional for you guys there. Loot filter is a whole other video or a whole other aspect. I'll probably go over that a little bit later. There's plenty of videos on it as well already, but I'll have my take on it. Auto compare items is a really good idea. Whenever you have that, it'll basically just automatically compare the item on the left you have equipped, and on the right you'll see the actual piece you're hovering over, so you can know what's better. So definitely have that checked. It's probably one of the best things to have checked. This is totally optional. I just like seeing everybody's names, so I know, like if I'm playing with my friends or something, like who is who, just in case we're all playing the same class or whatever's going on. I just like to have the floating player name. I can't remember if I changed any of this. A lot of people like their cursor being locked to the game window. I have two monitors, and I like to not have to alt-tab and kind of scroll, so I don't have that checked. Other than that, we're going to go right into the keybind. So I'm going to go over a few things that are going to be pretty important for me. So the biggest one, probably the most important one for me, is going to be the force move, the mouse wheel down. So you can't do mouse wheel up as well, which is kind of annoying because I like to scroll up and down to move. So whenever you're moving, like you can hold down left click, obviously. But for me, at least when I first started in Diablo, I always liked being able to just like accurately force move with my mouse wheel. It's I think a lot of people do it. It's just a really, really good way to start. If you guys have not done it before, you use your mouse wheel. That way, whenever you are trying to interact with things, to click, your left click instead of, so you can like force move around this person without clicking on them, or you can click on her with left click. And same with items and stuff like that. You can kind of force move without having to click on an enemy, basically, which is really nice. That's the biggest one, I'd say. Next up, we're going to do the abilities. So obviously it starts off with the QWER, the QWER for these. I'm an MMO player, so I play WoW and I play, other games, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is just always super comfortable for me. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 for that. Potion on Q. I play Diablo, obviously. I'm sure a lot of people are coming from Diablo. It's just muscle memory for me. Definitely recommend Q being the potion. It's really easy to access. Portal T, that's a base, I believe. Dungeon ability, that's something that's a little bit later in the game, but basically dungeons have little extra action buttons you can press, kind of like raid encounters in WoW, if you're familiar, where you can do a certain mechanic. We'll worry about that later. The other ones that I'm going to kind of tie to Diablo, open inventory is going to be C. It's not, I don't think that's a base Diablo one, but again, I play MMOs, and that's just kind of how you access your character panel, right? So this is kind of like a character panel. There is the other character panel that shows up, and we'll go over that as well. But yeah, C for that. Character sheet, that's the other one, and I didn't bind this. So this one's actually going to be S, for me at least, tying with Diablo. So like, for example, A gets you to your skills, like Diablo would pull up your skills from the right side. So this is kind of just keybinds that are coming from how I like them in other ARPGs. Again, I just want to reemphasize that. Again, it's all opinion based. You guys can use these or not. This is just stuff that I do to make the game a little bit more enjoyable. But yeah, S brings up the like everything about your character. A brings up the skills. C, character pane, so you can see everything there. And then you've got the passives, map. I play, again, this is same as WoW, but N opens up your talents in WoW, so I'm just used to that. Use N for that. And then where are we at here? So crafting menu, that's base at F, settings at O. I don't think I changed much else of this, to be honest with you. I do want to change quest log to L. And then the ladder, I'll probably just, I don't even know if that's a focus right now. I'll probably worry about that later when I'm like max level and stuff. Probably just do like F1 for now. And then I need an attack command. Ooh, that's actually a good one. Probably do back quote for that. To the left of your button, so to the left of 1. Quest log, social panel. It's usually O for me, but no, I don't think I changed anything else. I think the most important keybinds are going to be force move, and then where you put your potion and your kind of your character and everything like that. But again, the biggest one, definitely force move. I think mouse wheel is going to be amazing if you've not done it before. This is like fantastic for moving. So yeah, you don't have to ever worry about interacting with anything if you don't want to. Force move is one of the best keybinds you can do by far. But that pretty much does it for keybinds. I mean, at least the important ones to me. If you play on a controller, obviously this isn't going to really matter for you. Controller is definitely viable in this game. There's not much going on. Obviously, you have 5 abilities, not 6, so it's actually better than some ARPGs as far as controller play. And you don't have like a dodge or mount or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. I'd say the only other thing you can kind of mess with in your downtime is loot filters, but I'll probably be putting out like a video for what I do for loot filters, because there's a lot of like made loot filters. As you can see, like I have pre-made loot filters that I found on the internet, obviously, but I kind of like to make my own now because it's really easy. Just like a few steps, like a couple minutes, and you can make your own loot filter. So yeah, but no, that's the keybinds that I believe everybody should be messing with, and some of the simple settings I think everybody should be messing with in their game to make it as enjoyable as possible. And if you guys like the video, make sure to subscribe. I'm probably just going to be putting out a couple videos, maybe a week of Last Epoch, kind of my opinions on it and builds and whatnot. I'm starting off with Sorcerer, and yeah, so if you are looking forward to playing Last Epoch, I'll definitely put out some videos, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Peace.